I'm truly excited to watch how people are going to deal with him throughout this process if he has the kind of season that we think he's going to have, where the no first round running back situation is going to be tested.
Mm-hmm.
He's just the kind of player this guy is. Let's just get right into it. I mean, 6 foot 221. He will not turn 21 years old till the end of January. So throughout the draft process. So a young player. The first player in Arizona high school football history to twice win the Ed Daugherty Award as the state's top high school football player. So he did that twice.
Damn.
First guy to do that.
Damn.
Easy gas as soon as he touches the ball, but also excellent stop and start ability. A steak knife cutting through butter in the open field.
What a reference. Yes.
Has excellent speed to bounce runs outside. They use him in the slot. They even use him at actual outside wide receiver for screens. So explosive as a catch and run threat. He changes gears with literally no delay. This dude is not just a running back. He is the definition of an offensive weapon.
Yep.
That can be literally how you define your offense in every aspect of it. And honestly, Trev, I'll throw an early comp at you. The first thing I really thought of, and these are all subject to change, but I always like thinking, what is the first player I think of after I watch 4 games of this guy? And there's a lot of healthy Todd Gurley in his game. And remember how good Todd Gurley was when Gurley was kind of healthy and McVay got there and started to use him as a receiver so much and use him as this running back. Robinson has that kind of talent. Gurley was the 10th overall pick. That's how talented he was. Robinson has that kind of talent that Gurley once possessed before he got really banged up. And it's incredible, dude. I will be floored if this guy, assuming everything goes okay this year, isn't a top 15 player for everybody. And when you have him in the top 15, I'll say this right now. At this point, I would be surprised if an NFL team does not select him in the first round. I can sit here
he's going to go in the first round.
Sitting here in June of 2022.
He's too good. He's too talented.
He is too good, and I would love to hear your thoughts on him.
Yeah, I mean, going back to some high school stats, I mean, you talking about him winning back-to-back years of the awards as a junior and senior. Dude, he rushed for over 2,000 yards in 3 consecutive seasons.
It's like Boobie Miles in real life.
Junior, and senior seasons of high school. He rushed for over 2,000 yards in all 3 of them. In fact, he averaged 14 yards per carry as a junior and then averaged 17 yards per carry as a senior. 17 yards per carry. It's insane, man. That's wild. The high school stats would just absolutely floor you.
Hey, we need a first down.
Okay, let's just hand it to Bijan and he'll do overkill. He'll get 17 yards. Just unbelievable, man.
Can't even kill clock with him.
He can't.
He's too good.
He can't kill the clock. Maybe that's the weakness that I need to write under the strengths and weaknesses tab. So the strengths, it's a lot of the same things that you highlighted, man. Unique, and I mean that.
Yeah.
Start to stop ability for this player of his size. I mean, this is a guy who brings a lot of power to his profile, can give you that home run speed, but so much more important than that, when he attacks the line of scrimmage and when there is so much clutter going on, defensive linemen, offensive linemen, falling, going off balance, trying to move each other off a spot, and this guy's got to react immediately. He can hop all the way from one gap to another in the blink of an eye, put his foot in the ground with his next step, and continue moving forward. That is just, I saw that time and time again, and that's what makes this player so special, is what he can do in a small amount of space. The vision is very clear, and his decision-making is so quick, thanks to the good anticipation, the very nimble footwork, how he's approaching the point of contact at the line of scrimmage. Acceleration, also extremely impressive. I also love, dude, the acceleration is, I mean, he's up to full speed in 3 or 4 steps. I mean, this dude can attack the line of scrimmage, fully hop from one gap to the other, and then within 3 steps, almost be at top speed after that. Yep. I mean, you are burning everybody at that point. Texas lined him up as a wide receiver as well at times. And, oh, Lord, I can't remember which game was it. It might have been the Texas Tech game.
I know it. Yep.
where they lined him up as a receiver. And you remember that Christian McCaffrey clip like many years ago where they had him on a linebacker and oh man, that poor linebacker looked about as helpless as you possibly can as Christian McCaffrey caught that ball, put a move on him and ran for a touchdown. That is what Bijan Robinson did from the slot. And I saw that play and I went, that was what Christian McCaffrey did at Stanford. And I'm not saying that that's a full comp for him, but it goes back to the overall offensive weapon that you talked about.
His usage, though, should be like McCaffrey.
I think so, for sure. Yes. For sure it should. And that's when you get into that justifiable realm of first-round picks, when you have a player who can change your offense in so many different ways, in which I believe Bijan Robinson is definitely able to do. The weakness, honestly, the only weakness that I've got for him right now is pass protection. And again, it's kind of the same thing as Sean Tucker. He just does not attack it with as much confidence as he should or could, both, honestly, because he's got the frame, he's got the strength to be able to do it. He's just a little bit timid in how he goes into it. And it's very common to see from underclassmen running backs, unless that is how you get on the field, then it's very, very common to see running backs not really have a refinement or even a passion at this point for pass blocking before they get into their eligible junior and senior season. So I think that that's something that's fully correctable. But Bijan Robinson from Texas, without a doubt, clearly RB1 in this class, fantastic player, and one that you and I agree on. I think is a future first rounder.
Absolutely. He would be a top 5 player on my big board today, top 8.